To our studio line 22155. Tweet us at Ben_Kitili at KTN News and at KTN Kenya. The hashtag to use on this conversation online is KTN Prime. We shall be sampling some of your views during this live newscast. Let's go back to Embakasi now. Two children, a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old, have been pulled out alive from the rubble of the collapsed building at Kware in Nairobi's Embakasi estate. The rescue operations are said to be nearing conclusion as the rescuers work to remove the last heap of the rubble in search for 4 missing people.
Dorothy Auko, a mother of 5, has camped here since this 7-story building collapsed Monday night. At the time of the incident, 2 of her children, one aged 22 years and another 15 years old, were in the house having supper while she had gone out to run some errands. The tenants here say that signs of the tragedy were written on the walls as cracks grew bigger as time went by.
Nikamwambia sitokeni nje. Wakaniambia mama ngojea kidogo tukule, hata hii hakuna kitu itafanya nini, itaanguka. Mimi kama nimeshuka chini, askari wakanisuia, sikurudi tena. Sasa sijui kama walitoka ama wako ndani.
We have 128 people who were evacuated alive after the building was seen that it was about to collapse.
Rescue personnel were at the scene in time. Excavators with heavy machinery too were on a rescue mission, of course cautiously, as some families were reported to have been trapped in the debris.
We have audited buildings. We have told the public what signs to look for in a building that is unsafe. However, these incidents are still continuing.
There's a family and there's one person. This is reliable information from the caretaker, the Kenya Red Cross National Police Service have that information. So we are looking for almost 5 people. The confirmed one is a family of 4. The husband is out, but the wife and children are suspected to be inside the building.
The Nairobi City County government has distanced itself from blame by indicating that the building that was erected in the year 2007 was not planned, neither was it approved for occupation. According to the Nairobi governor, Dr. Evans Kidero, more than 30,000 buildings earmarked for demolition are under the protection of court orders, making the prevention of such cases impossible.
Na the other appeal ningewaomba our judges and magistrates, watu wakienda kotini, wamefanya makosa, wamejenga bila any approvals, they should not come in the way, because the result is what we've seen here today.
A building is marked. If the landlord does not bring it down, the law says the government brings it down through the county government. Please let it not be a story anymore. Right next to this building, there is a building that's tilting. In fact, it was being held by the building that has collapsed. What is that building still doing up?
But even as questions arise as to how fast residential buildings are erected in the Eastlands part of Nairobi, Dorothy Auko and other tenants have no thought of the dangers that thrive in these buildings. She says the focus of many is how pocket-friendly the houses are.
Hiyo nyumba unalipa saa ile hata tarehe 20 unalipa. Nyumba ni mzuri juu ni kubwa.
Rent ni pesa ngapi?
4,000. Na iko na maji unatumia vile unataka, toke ndio kando. Ile maji unatumia vile unataka. Mwenye nyumba pia akulipisha hata 20 unalipa tu, mtu wa jua kali kama mimi. Ndio sababu tunafumilia hapo, uko na familia, labda huwezi afford double.
She says in order to thrive in Nairobi and be able to make ends meet, many Kenyans have to settle for these cheap and dangerous houses. The Kenya National Disaster Management Unit says that the collapsed building had more than 100 houses, all fully occupied.
Hata siku moja walikuja hapo, sijui ni chief na wengine wakaweka X ya red. Tukauliza ni nini, hakuna kitu tulijibiwa. Si tukaendelea tu kuishi.
We appeal, we need water, we need food. This is a long haul operations. It may take us 3 to 4 days to complete this operation. As you are aware that the space is a challenge.
This is business unusual, and this building was approved by somebody somewhere. What is the fate of that person who approved this building? Because it's not just enough to tell us that we are going to take action. No, we want to see action from everybody who was involved in terms of allowing such a structure to exist in the first place.
In April last year, more than 50 people died in a case of a collapsed building in Huruma Estate.